Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one local organization wants to help treat addiction with art. And researchers at the University of Kentucky are studying health effects that the train derailment in East Palestine has on the community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 o'clock on July 21st. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. It's Friday. We were just singing that song. Yeah. So it's going to be a great day, and that's all I have to say about the weather, Brandon.
That's it. I mean, I'm
staying hopeful. After the rain this week, I'm like, I just need some sunshine.
Here's the thing. We got off lucky yesterday, and I know a lot of folks are probably out there saying, well, they never get it right. But listen, it's not for lack of trying, okay? So, again, we did our best yesterday.
Brandon's the hardest worker I know.
I don't know about all that. But, again, we're looking at the possibility for a few more showers as you start your day today. But, again, I think we're going to be mainly dry for the next few days. But, of course, we're going to heat back up after a brief cool down. Let's take a look at line pinpoint Doppler radar as we head out the door this morning. We're still seeing a few showers down to the south there and parts of McCreary County. I see a little bit of a band of rain coming through parts of Lee County, Virginia. And then the big one we've been tracking this morning is now moving from Pike County into Buchanan County there, Virginia. It's north of Grundy, north of Van Zandt, and just south of the Feds Creek area approaching the Kentucky-Virginia line. So be careful out there. Speaking of Kentucky-Virginia line, Jenkins. Not too much going on over that way this morning. US 119, US 3 heading into southwest Virginia. It'd be Wise County, though, instead of Buchanan County. But you see a lot of traffic and temperatures very mild and muggy out there this morning. Monticello's up to 74, and then Wise, the cool spot, at 66. Breakfast forecast, basically right around 70. A little bit warmer in some spots, a little bit cooler in others. But again, I think we see those clouds giving way to some sunshine. I was trying to watch the Buffalo Mountain camera. Looked like we see a little bit of clearing up there this morning. But overcast skies early, some sunshine later on, and hopefully once that cold front goes by tonight, some cooler temperatures in time for the weekend. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon. A Southern Kentucky treatment center was recently awarded a grant for funding a unique method to help people with addictions. The Kentucky Foundation for Women awarded the Sky Hope Center with an $8,000 grant to use art and farming to help women, some who recently were released from jail. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to one woman who says art is helping her put her life back together.
Rhonda Campbell's life was unraveling. Then she found new purpose inside this small home in rural Pulaski County.
It's amazing what a paintbrush will do.
She spent 4 months on this picture, but it's just a small part of what she's doing thanks to the Sky Hope Recovery Center.
You're just trying to sit still for the moment to move to the next episode, to try to stay sober that first 24 hours.
She spent time in jail because of her addictions, but she thanks the police officers, to the judge, and everyone else for the road that led her here.
Art and creativity brought something back into my life that replaced the drugs, that replaced the money, replaced that old lifestyle.
And they say this work is simply a metaphor of what their lives are. They're taking broken pieces of various things and they're putting things together. Their lives, they say, used to be a mess, and now because of art, it's all coming back together. Wool from sheep on the farm is dyed and can be woven into thread, all of it paid for by an $8,000 grant from the Kentucky Foundation for Women.
A person can take nothing and make something beautiful. A trash bag, candy wrappers,
or simply items taken from a creek bank turned into something else.
Being able to find myself in art has been a miracle.
In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Some of the items made in the program may be auctioned off during a fundraiser this fall. As 1 year since the July flood approaches, Christian Appalachian Project's Operation Sharing partnered with Marine Toys for Tots and Good 360. Through the partnership, CAP received 40,000 toys for kids, and yesterday they made their last stop across eastern Kentucky at Perry County Central High School. One local volunteer with Save the Children, Olivia Day, says Operation Sharing is a gift to the community.
I'm just beyond thankful for the good-hearted people that have just worked relentlessly to make sure that all of our people have what they need.
Marine Toys for Tots staff say that thousands of toys were handed out to kids during the event, and they hope to continue bringing the love back to Eastern Kentucky. A canine in Eastern Kentucky will soon get new body armor. The Floyd County Sheriff's Office says Canine Mako will get a bullet and stab protective vest thanks to vested interest in Canines Incorporated. The nonprofit donated the vest, and Mako's vest will be embroidered with the statement "In memory of Canine Drago." Drago was killed in an ambush last year. Mako now fills his position. A new business in Letcher County is hoping to provide a cool close to the summer with a twist on a seasonal favorite. WYMT's Buddy Forbes popped by the first stop for the new food truck.
A business hoping to make something sweet out of the sorrow.
Well, since the flood, a lot of places here has been destroyed, and renting is really, it's scarce. So I decided to go get a food truck and design it.
Tabitha Shipley is dishing out a different kind of dessert.
Through hard work and God, we have overcome every bit of it, and we're ready to roll.
Hitting the road with her new food truck.
There you go, baby. Thank you. You're welcome.
Offering specialty rolled ice cream that rolls up to you.
And whether it's a waffle bowl, waffle cone, a waffle taco, a cup, whatever you want it in.
Inspired by the idea that the region can become more if people invest in the place they call home.
My kids love it, and my biggest question was, why can't we have something like that in our little hometown?
Partnering with other businesses for a symbiotic shop small setup.
Thank you so much.
We are local people and we help each other, and if these are our customers, they're our friends, and I think that we should help each other.
From the scraping to the waffle making.
I think it's good. Anything new, I think is great, and we need all the different things we can get. I think we can build our little town back.
Rolling into a sweeter future.
It has been very heartwarming, especially knowing the tragic event that we went through here in July last year. For everybody to be opened arms,
With your choice of toppings. In Letcher County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
To see the next stop for the truck, visit the Tasty Treats by Tab Facebook page. A back-to-school tradition will soon return to Central Kentucky. The YMCA of Central Kentucky is getting ready to gear up for more than 5,000 students for the new academic year. They will be holding their annual back-to-school rallies throughout the region on Saturday, August 5th. The YMCA has carried on that community-driven initiative for the past 12 years. Organizers say in that time, demand has only gone up.
We've seen a growing number of students who receive school supplies, and we believe that this will allow a little bit of flexibility to some of our families who struggle.
Barry says you have to come in person to a distribution site on August 5th to register and get a backpack. A follow-up to a story that got a lot of attention, a Tazewell man's stolen Jeep has been found. You'll remember this case from earlier this month. The thief left a note saying he was sorry for taking the Jeep and would eventually return it. Authorities have found the Jeep in Ewing, Virginia, and say they have a suspect. Researchers at UK are collecting data from the East Palestine train derailment. The derailment involved toxic chemicals that leaked into the air and the Ohio River. UK's research team is studying the short and long-term health effects that the chemical spill has on the community.
We have been told that we are going to just get cancer. If I have to be a lab rat to prove that there's chemicals here and that gets us more funding and more testing, then that's what we're going to do.
The study follows participants from 9 different counties in Ohio and West Virginia.
.609 here on this Friday morning. We continue to track a little bit of warmer temperatures out there. Pretty mild morning across the region. Pikeville over at near the Pikeville Commons Shopping Center over that way. The Food City, the Lowe's, all that good stuff over that way. US 119, US 23. A little bit of light traffic out there as daylight breaks this morning. 70 degrees over that way. A lot of warm temperatures out there. Everybody except for Wise, pretty close to 70 within 2 or 3 degrees, and then above 70 by 2 or 3 or even 4 degrees out there. Heading Getting into the low to mid 80s this afternoon. Dew points will stay high until that cold front gets here a little bit later today and tonight. Behind that, a mainly beautiful weekend ahead with some cooler temperatures. I'll talk about what's coming up after that next week. And the word is heat coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, a bill is being brought to the Senate to discuss a code of ethics for Supreme Court of the United States justices.